There is a beautiful paradox at the center of a peaceful, abundant life. The less you chase, the more flows to you. The more you release, the more you receive. The softer your grasp, the faster your dreams arrive. This truth is not new, yet many of us forget it in the noise of modern life. We have been taught to strive, to hustle, to chase outcomes as if they are running from us. We are told that more effort equals more results, that unless we push, force, and overextend ourselves, we will be left behind. But dear one, let me remind you of something sacred today. You are not meant to chase what already belongs to you. You are meant to align. You are meant to rest into the truth of who you are. You are meant to know your worth before the world confirms it. You are meant to open your heart knot, your calendar to receive. This is the art of surrender. This is the energy of self-worth. This is the power of caring less about controlling and more about allowing. Let us begin this journey not with striving, but with softening. Place your hand gently over your heart now. Breathe deeply into that space. Inhale and exhale. Feel your presence. Feel your aliveness. Feel your enoughness already here. Now say this with me. I am whole. I am worthy. I am already receiving. This affirmation is not wishful thinking. It is a remembering, a homecoming, a sacred declaration that you do not need to become anything more to deserve love, success, peace, or abundance. You only need to become available to it. We live in a universe of divine flow. Life is not linear, it is energetic. What you radiate, you attract. What you believe, you experience. What you expect, you receive. So if you are tired of chasing, striving, comparing, or constantly asking, what more must I do? This message is for you. You do not need to do more. You do not need to be better. You simply need to align. I no longer chase. I attract what aligns with my truth. Let those words settle into your nervous system. Let them rewrite the story you've carried for too long. You are not here to prove your worth. You are not here to beg for blessings. You are not here to convince the world of your value. You are here to be fully you. And from that place, all things will flow. The universe is not responding to your schedulite, is responding to your energy. And the energy of calm, of confidence, of grounded self-worth is more magnetic than anything else you could try to fabricate. This is the shift we are making together, from control to trust, from scarcity to wholeness, from chasing to receiving. This shift is not about doing nothing. It's about doing the right things from the right place. A place of centeredness, a place of clarity, a place of deep inner peace that says, I know who I am, and what is meant for me will never pass me by. So many of us try to control because we fear that we won't be chosen, that we'll miss out, that we'll be overlooked. But the truth is, you are already chosen. You are already held. You are already on the path. The work now is to stop resisting the flow, to let go of the gripping energy of need, to release the frantic search for validation, to stop asking life to approve of you when you already approve of yourself. And from that place, life begins to dance with you. Money flows. Love softens. Opportunities find their way into your inbox, your day, your doorstep. You don't have to chase anything. You are already in motion. You are already aligned. Let us begin this journey with reverence, not for something out there, but for the radiant, magnetic, abundant being you already are. Place your hand over your heart and say aloud, I am enough. I receive with ease. Yes, dear one. That's the truth we will build everything else upon. Let it guide you through every page, every breath, every affirmation that follows. Because this is not about becoming more. It's about remembering what you've always been. Enough. We live in a world that praises pursuit. From an early age, we're taught to chase after success, chase after approval, chase after money, and even love. We hear phrases like, go get it, don't stop grinding. But what if chasing doesn't bring us closer? What if it actually pushes what we want further away? You see, chasing is built on the energy of fear. When we chase something, we believe it's not already ours. We place our desires at a distance and say, I need to catch up. We imply that we're behind, incomplete, or somehow not yet worthy. That is the illusion. That is the trap. Because what you chase, you declare as separate. And in the language of the universe, separation delays manifestation. The more we strive, grasp, and hustle from desperation, the more we tell life, I don't trust you. I don't trust myself. I don't believe I'm enough. And the universe listens not to our words, but to our energy. If the energy underneath our effort is fear, the result will reflect that fear. Chasing turns the things we want into moving targets. It keeps joy just out of reach. It places peace somewhere beyond the next promotion, the next relationship, the next number in the bank account. But peace doesn't live in the next thing. It lives here, in this breath, in this choice, in this moment where you stop running and start receiving. Take a breath right now. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Feel what happens when you stop pushing. Feel the space that opens. Feel the quiet clarity that arrives when you no longer try to control everything around you. You were not made to chase life. You were made to dance with it, to move in harmony, to co-create with flow. The problem isn't desire. Desire is beautiful. It expands us. But desire born of unworthiness becomes desperation, and desperation repels. That's why your shift begins here, not by giving up your dreams, but by releasing the energy of striving, not by doing more, but by aligning more, not by chasing, but by choosing to become the version of you who already has what you desire. Imagine for a moment the version of yourself who is already financially free, who wakes up with ease, who is surrounded by opportunity, who feels supported by life. Does she chase or does she attract? Does he push or does he prepare and receive? It is in this shift from forcing to flowing that everything begins to change. Let's speak this shift aloud together. I release the need to push. I allow things to come. Let that affirmation clear the energetic clutter. Let it undo the habits of hustle and the addiction to effort. Let it rewrite the story that says your value is in how much you do. Your value was never in your doing. It has always been in your being. And when your being is anchored in calm, trust, and self-worth, everything changes. Emails arrive, doors open, people show up, answers become clear. Because you are no longer radiating, not enough. Ein Sui. You are now radiating alignment. Repeat after me, slowly and with belief. I let go of the chase. I stop running after what is already mine. I trust that what I seek is seeking me. I no longer beg life to give. I prepare myself to receive. I release the need to push. I allow things to come. Yes, dear one, you are stepping into a new way of living, a new rhythm, a gentler truth. Because the truth is, you don't have to chase what's already aligned with you. You simply have to open your hands, open your heart, and allow it in. Patience is not passive. It is powerful. To live in alignment with abundance is to live in deep trust. Trust that everything you desire is making its way to you in perfect form, and more importantly, in perfect timing. But for many of us, timing is the most difficult thing to surrender. We want our answers now. We want love now. We want money, success, recognition now. And when it doesn't arrive on our schedule, we begin to doubt. Did I do it wrong? Am I being ignored? Maybe it's just not meant for me. But let me remind you with all the loving clarity of the universe, you are not being ignored. You are being aligned. There is divine order unfolding in your life, even when you can't see it. Impatience is the mind's way of saying, I don't trust this process. But the soul knows. Timing is sacred. Think of all the times you wanted something before you were truly ready to receive it. Think of the relationships that would have gone differently if they had arrived when you still didn't love yourself. Think of the opportunities you weren't yet equipped to handle, and how wisely the universe waited until you were. Divine timing is not delay it, is protection, preparation, and positioning. What is meant for you will never pass you by, but it will wait until you are ready to hold it with grace. So breathe into that. Let it soften the anxiety in your chest. Let it quiet the clock in your mind. Let it remind you that there is a season for everything, and you, dear one, are not behind. Say this with me, gently. I trust the rhythm of my life. Feel the spaciousness that affirmation creates. The relief, the exhale. You do not need to manipulate, micromanage, or force your timeline. You are on your path, and time is not your enemy, it is your ally. Think of how nature operates. The seed does not bloom in winter. The tree does not bear fruit before its roots have deepened. The sun does not rise before the world is ready to see it. You are just as sacred. Your desires are unfolding with that same divine wisdom. Every pause has purpose. Every silence is working behind the scenes. Every not yet is paving the way for your yes. Repeat this now. I release the need to rush. I know my blessings are on their way. I trust that what is mine cannot miss me. Divine timing is always working for my highest good. I relax into the rhythm of perfect unfoldment. This is what trust feels like, not blind hope, but calm knowing, not grasping, but grounded faith. And yes, it takes practice. You may still feel restless. You may still want to peek ahead. That's okay. But each time you return to this trust, you shorten the distance between you and your manifestation, not because you made it arrive faster, but because you aligned with it. Trust creates this openness, and openness creates receiving. So write this in your journal today. I trust that what is mine cannot miss me. Let that be your anchor, your mantra, your compass. You do not have to be in a hurry. You do not have to prove you're ready. You do not have to anxiously search for signs. Everything is being arranged on your behalf. The people, the places, the paths, the perfect moment, and it's all happening right on time, because the universe is never late, and neither are you. At the very core of every manifestation practice, affirmation, or spiritual teaching is one unshakable truth. You do not attract what you want. You attract what you believe you are. This is why self-worth isn't optional on your journey to receiving, it's essential. It is the energetic foundation of everything you allow into your life. You can say affirmations, you can write lists, you can visualize every day. But if, underneath it all, you believe you are unworthy of love, money, support, or freedom, your results will reflect that internal conflict. This is why we must return, again and again, to the deep work of worthiness, to the soul deep, remembering that you are already enough, that you are lovable as you are, that your desires are not too much, and neither are you. You were not born chasing validation. You were born whole. Somewhere along the way, the world taught you to question your value. But now, right now, you are choosing to reclaim it. Self-worth is not ego. It is not arrogance. It is not performance. It is quiet, grounded, radiant knowing. It's the gentle but powerful whisper that says, I belong, I matter, I am allowed to receive. And from that place, miracles are magnetized to you, because when you treat yourself as valuable, the universe follows suit. Say this with love. I am deeply valuable. I magnetize miracles with my energy. Let those words root into your body. Let them reach the places where doubt once lived. Let them dissolve the old stories that said you had to earn your place in the world. You do not need to earn what you already are. You are the prize note, the pursuer. You are the treasure knot, the seeker. You are the magnet knot, the chaser. Now think of an area in your life where you've been waiting for approval from a partner, a paycheck, a platform, a parent. Can you offer yourself the very thing you've been waiting for? Can you validate your own light, your own worth, your own path? Because the moment you stop waiting for someone else to reflect your value, you become unshakable. Say this with me. I release the need to be chosen. I choose myself. I do not beg for love. I become love. I do not shrink to fit, I rise to shine. My worth is not up for debate. I am deeply valuable. I magnetize miracles with my energy. This is the vibration of magnetism, not in your words alone, but in your being. The way you speak to yourself, the boundaries you hold, the standards you set, the environments you tolerate, all of it is a mirror of your inner self-worth. When your energy says, I am enough, life says, let me show you how much more you're worthy of. This is why detachment becomes easier when you love yourself. You no longer cling to outcomes because your wholeness doesn't depend on them. You can walk away from what isn't aligned because you know better is on the way. You don't settle not because you're superior, but because you've remembered your sacredness. Repeat this quietly now, like a blessing. I am enough. I am more than enough. I am worthy of wealth, love, ease, and joy. I don't provi radiata. I don't chase attract. Your energy is your resume. Your self-respect is your aura. And your worthiness is your permission slip to receive more. So, no more shrinking. No more apologizing for your desires. No more waiting for someone else to give you what only you can claim. Stand tall, breathe deeply, and anchor into this truth. I am deeply valuable. I magnetize miracles with my energy. And so it is. There is a sacred force within you. It does not shout. It does not chase. It does not force. It invites. It is the divine feminine energy of stillness, softness, and receiving. And it is just as powerful, if not more so, than any outward action. In a world that often glorifies constant motion, this energy can be misunderstood. We are conditioned to believe that if we are not doing, pushing, or proving, then we are falling behind. That to receive, we must pursue. But here is the deeper truth. What is meant for you does not require you to exhaust yourself. Stillness does not repel, it magnetizes. When you sit in sacred stillness, you create space, and space is the great activator of abundance. It tells the universe, I am ready, I am available, I have made room. Think of a room filled with clutter. Nothing new can enter until something is cleared. Your energy is the same. When your mind is cluttered with fear, your heart with urgency, your schedule with overcommitment, there's no space left to receive. Stillness is not the absence of activity. It is the presence of alignment. It is the moment when your energy says, I no longer need to chase. I now allow life to come to me. Breathe into that. Let it soothe your nervous system. Let it calm the part of you that still believes you must hustle to be worthy. Say this with me now. In sacred stillness, I radiate wealth, love, and opportunity. Yes, you radiate. Without effort, without reaching, your very being becomes the invitation. Your energy speaks before your words do. Your alignment sings louder than any strategy could. When you embrace the feminine energy of space and stillness, you shift from trying to earn abundance to allowing it to arrive. Because abundance responds not to stress, but to space. Not to effort, but to openness. Let us anchor this truth even deeper. Stillness is magnetic. Silence is a sacred container. Slowness is not laziness. It is presence, and presence is power. This is why the most aligned action often begins in rest, in reflection, in receiving guidance from your inner knowing before the outer world demands a response. You do not have to answer every call. You do not have to fill every hour. You do not have to say yes to everything that knocks. Instead, ask, does this nourish me? Does this match my peace? Does this align with the woman or man I'm becoming? Because when you are still, you can hear, you can feel, you can discern between noise and truth. And in that clarity, you call in only what honors you. Repeat this with softness and strength. I allow space to be sacred. I do not rush. I do not fill every moment. I am open and available to receive. In sacred stillness, I radiate wealth, love, and opportunity. This is your return to balance. You are not here to grind endlessly. You are here to co-create with life. Sometimes that co-creation looks like action. Other times it looks like rest, like prayer, like reflection, like trusting that you've already done enough. Give yourself permission to pause, to be empty, to do less, because in that stillness, the answers arrive, the clarity forms, the miracles land. Let your stillness be a signal. Let your space be a portal. Let your peace be your power. You do not need to fill the silence. The silence is already full of everything you're ready to receive. The most magnetic people are not always the loudest or the busiest. They are the clearest. They know who they are. They know what they value. And they protect their energy with the sacred strength of self-love. This is the quiet power of healthy boundaries, not as walls of fear, but as declarations of worth. Boundaries are not about keeping others out. They are about keeping you aligned with what honors your spirit. When you love yourself deeply, you no longer say yes to things that drain you, distort you, or delay your growth. You no longer abandon yourself to keep others comfortable. You no longer shrink in the presence of disapproval. You stand lovingly and clearly in your truth. And that clarity is magnetic, because when you are clear, the universe is clear. When you are aligned, What is meant for you knows where to find you. Your energy is precious real estate. Not everyone gets access. Not everything deserves your time. Not every opportunity is for you. And that's not selfish, it's sacred. Say this with me now. I am safe to say no. I am honored when I say yes to myself. Let that affirmation strengthen your foundation. Let it remind you that your no creates space for a bigger yes. That your boundaries are not rejection. They are redirection toward what truly serves you. Think of your energy like a garden. If you let anyone walk through it at any time, without care or permission, what happens? The soil becomes dry, the flowers trampled, the beauty fades. But when you protect it, when you tend to it, with love it flourishes. And that garden becomes an oasis, not only for you, but for others to experience your radiance. This is what self-love looks like in practice. Not just bubble baths and affirmations, but clear choices, sacred limits, and deep integrity with your time and truth. Repeat this now. I no longer prove myself by pleasing others. My energy is worthy of protection. I release the guilt of saying no. I choose myself with love. I am safe to say no. I am honored when I say yes to myself. Boundaries are how we teach the world how to treat us. But more importantly, they're how we treat ourselves. Do you keep your promises to others, but break them with yourself? It's time to reverse that. When you say, I will rest, rest. When you say, I won't answer messages after this hour, hold to it. When your body says, I need stillness, listen. Because each time you do, you reinforce the truth. I am worthy of the life I say I want. And when that becomes your standard, everything shifts. You stop attracting Ks. You stop repeating cycles. You stop leaking your light into places that don't deserve it. Instead, you begin to attract what honors you back. People who respect your time. Opportunities that match your energy. Experiences that feel like peace, not pressure. This is not luck. This is clarity. And clarity comes from self-love. From saying, I don't need to be everything to everyone. I only need to be true to me. Let this be your new frequency. I honor myself in every interaction. I let go of guilt and choose grace. I am not afraid to be misunderstood. I am here to live aligned, not approved. I am safe to say no. I am honored when I say yes to myself. This is your power. This is your clarity. This is your path. Hold it gently. Hold it firmly. Hold it with love. And watch how everything begins to respect the energy you now respect in yourself. To receive is not to be passive. To receive is to be powerful. It is one of the most sacred, magnetic, and transformative energies you can embody, and yet, for many of us, it feels unfamiliar, even uncomfortable. Why? Because we have been taught to give endlessly, but to receive sparingly. We have learned to equate worth with how much we offer, not how open we are to allowing ourselves to be blessed. But true abundance cannot enter a closed heart. Receiving is not about asking for more ease, about accepting what is already trying to come to you. Letting yourself receive is not lazy. It is not selfish. It is not indulgent. It is alignment. It is trust. It is readiness. It is saying to the universe, I believe I am worthy of the love, the success, the support, the peace that I've been calling in. And that belief, that energetic posture of openness, that's what makes room for miracles. Say this gently with me now. I am a powerful receiver. I welcome my good now. Feel the shift in your chest when you say it. Feel the softening, the allowing, the surrender. This is how receiving begins, not with action, but with permission. Permission to stop overgiving. Permission to stop overworking. Permission to let go of the story that you have to struggle to earn what's meant for you. Because you don't. You never did. Letting go doesn't delay your blessings, it activates them. When you unclench your fists, you can finally catch what's being thrown your way. When you stop trying to control the outcome, you leave room for something even better. This is the sacred paradox. The less you chase, the more you attract. The more you trust, the more flows to you. The more you open, the more life pours into your open hands. Receiving is about allowing, not earning. It's about aligning, not proving. So how do you practice receiving? Truly, you start small. You let someone help you without apologizing. You say, thank you, without deflecting the compliment. You accept rest without guilt. You receive money without shame. You take up space without shrinking. And each time you do, you affirm, I am safe to receive. I am ready to receive. I am worthy to receive. Because you are. Repeat after me. I release all blocks to receiving. I am worthy of wealth, joy, and ease. I receive with grace and gratitude. I am a powerful receiver. I welcome my good now. This is your return to divine flow, the cycle of giving and receiving, effort and surrender, action and stillness. You no longer grip tightly to what you desire. You no longer plead or force or chase. You breathe. You trust. You receive. The door is open now. The path is clear. The space has been made. All that's left is for you to say yes, to let the good in, to welcome the blessing, to believe that you don't have to trade your peace for your prosperity. You can have both. You were always meant to have both. So, say it once more, this time with your whole heart. I am a powerful receiver. I welcome my good now. And so it is. Take a deep, gentle breath. Let your body soften. Let your heart settle. Let your spirit rise into peace. You've arrived at the final step of this journey. But truly, it is only the beginning. You've walked through layers of truth, the illusion of chasing, the wisdom of timing, the power of self-worth, the magnetism of stillness, the clarity of boundaries, and the sacred art of receiving. And now you know what perhaps your soul always knew. You were never meant to catch life with a net. You were meant to attract it like a magnet. You were never designed to chase down love, money, success, or approval. That frantic energy was never natural to your spirit. It was taught, repeated, and embedded, but it was never truth. The truth is this: you are enough. You are whole. You are already in alignment with the life you desire. Now, you simply get to hold that alignment moment by moment, breath by breath, not with force, but with frequency, not with grasping, but with grace, because it's not about doing more. It's about being more of who you truly are. Let this conclusion be your soft exhale, a sacred settling into all that has been revealed. You don't have to go out and get. You get to stand, radiate, and receive. Repeat these truths with me now. I am safe. I trust. What is mine flows easily to me. I receive with love and gratitude. Yes, you receive, because you are now grounded in your own energetic clarity, because you are now centered in your inner worth, because you now understand that the chase only dilutes the blessing, while stillness magnifies it. Let this wisdom guide your steps as you move forward. When the world says rush, you choose rest. When old fear says do more, you say, I trust more. When doubt whispers, what if it doesn't happen? You gently answer, it's already on its way. You are no longer chasing. You are choosing. You are allowing. You are becoming. And because of that shift, everything aligned with you is now finding you easily, naturally, powerfully. You are the magnet. Your frequency is the invitation. Your self-worth is the foundation. Your peace is the key. Close your eyes for a moment and breathe softly. Feel the wholeness that has always been yours. Now say this aloud. Everything aligned with me is on its way. I choose peace, not pursuit. Say it again, like a prayer. Say it again, like a promise. Say it again, like a vow to yourself and to the universe. This is not the end of your transformation. It is the expansion of your embodiment. Go forward now, not with urgency, but with ease. Not with tension, but with trust. Not with fear, but with knowing. You are magnetic. You are enough. You are already in the flow of everything you've ever desired, and so it is.